Wacky Cat. I always talk about 2K19 this and 2K19 that. What about the game before 2K19? What about WWE 2K18? What type of game was that? Was it a fun game? Was it a decent game? Well, in my opinion, it was a fun game. It was a decent game. Now, we all know the cover superstar on this game was none other than Seth Rollins. I don't think he was Seth freaking Rollins back then, but Seth Rollins was on top. He was on the cover, and then they had a cool commercial with him burning it down, burning some building down. It was awesome, and we was hype about this game when it came out, or when they start showing the trailer. They had the pre-orders, and the pre-order DLC. If you pre-order the game, you get none other, a blast from the past, Kurt Angle. I was so hyped about that because Kurt Angle wasn't in a WWE game for an extremely long time. He had left the company and he had just came back. From my understanding, I think the last WWE game he was in was Raw versus SmackDown 2007. So this was a big selling point to pre-order the game. I'm a huge Kurt Angle fan from back in the day. The hype about the game, if I can remember straight, they was talking about the graphics, better graphics than 2K17. And if you can see that the graphics were better, like the skin was more shinier. With 2K17, I felt like the skin was like, it wasn't like realistic. But at the time, because the game came out, I want you to remember, this was back in the day when the game came out the year before its name. So what I mean by that, WWE 2K18 came out late 2017. Now with the new installments 2K22 and 2K23, 2K23 is coming out in the year 2023. I think my speculation, the reason they changed that is because there wasn't a 2K21. They changed the method to the madness, so the game comes out the year of the game's name now. Well, anyway, so for its time, it was revolutionary. And every year, for some reason, the game, we always get hyped for these 2K games because the commercials, they do 2K WWE games make awesome commercials. I will have to say they get us hype about the game no matter what, have us speculating about the new features. And it's just the festivities of, they show us the trailer first and when it's coming out, they give us a release date. And it's just freaking awesome. Now, as far as reviews, how the critics was considering 2K18. I told you how I personally thought about it. I thought it was a decent game. It was a fun game. I don't know if it's in my top 5 of WWE 2K games. I'll be honest with you. Because, from my understanding, 2K has made some of the SmackDown versus Raw stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But from what the critics was saying, the critics had mixed reviews. But the biggest criticism that the critics had was that the Nintendo Switch version, they had a Nintendo Switch version of 2K18. They said it was just so glitchy and so buggy. It was so many issues going on with the game that it was basically like really, it was horrible. That's from the Switch version. Now the other versions, I had the PlayStation 4 version, so it was fun. I didn't have no problems, no issues. One thing I do give 2K18, it was the most smoothest game. The AI was smooth. What I mean by there was no glitching going on. There was no hesitation of the AI, which I will slightly give the criticism of 2K23. Now, the AI in 2K23, due to the tendency sliders, are smarter. The AI is smarter. But the negative side of having the AI smarter is that the AI now is pondering. This is just my theory, speculation of how the AI is working. It's pondering what it's going to do to you next. So sometimes the AI in 2K23 will get out the ring, then get back in the ring, almost like he thought about doing something, but it decide not to. No, I'm getting back in the ring. With 2K18, the AI was more fluent. Now it wasn't. I don't think the AI was smarter per se, but it kind of had like a coding pattern of it didn't stop. It will never walk out the ring and stop and just pause, because sometimes 2K23 the AI just stops for a minute, like the AI. Like if you're playing the computer, he'll stop for a minute. Like sometimes it's trying to think of what to do to you with 2K18. So that's all. But no, that's what I liked about 2K18. It was so fluid. I didn't experience, if I can remember right, I don't even think I experienced any crashes. Now, universe mode, one of my favorite modes, and a lot of us favorite modes. From what the promoting of it, they were saying new cutscenes. I was just new cutscenes and this and new storylines and whatever. Now I will say this: 2K18, it was the same. To just my personal opinion, it was just the same old universe mode. It's 2K17. They kept saying They kept saying new cutscenes, but now y'all might have saw something different. But with 2K18, I kept seeing the same old cutscenes that I saw in 2K17. I'm being honest. It was the same, in my opinion, the same old universe mode. Now, 2K19, you saw the elevation of universe mode. They had the new table, the match table, where you can make the matches, make what type of matches you want to in universe mode. And that was kind of an annoying thing too in universe mode with 2K. With 2K18, is that you couldn't customize the match. You had to manually go in and cut, like each show you had to manually customize each match. Now with these newer games, 2K23, 2K22, and 2K20, 2K19 is where it started, where you can just customize each show where you ain't have to manually do it. So those upgrades are spectacular and right on. So in other words, what I'm basically saying, I will never ever play WWE 2K18's universe mode ever again. Now I may go back to play a little exhibition match with 2K18 to see how the AI, for nostalgia purposes. But as far as universe mode, that universe mode is ancient. Once you go to this new default system where you can change the matches, you'll never want to play from WWE 2K18 and down. As far as universe mode is concerned, those universe modes I can't play them because, I mean, do y'all remember how annoying that was? I mean, it wasn't annoying at the time because it's all what we had, but now hindsight is 2020. We got all these new systems. I mean, it kept doing the same thing over and over again. The universe mode in 2K18, triple threat match, tag team match, one-on-one match, triple threat match, triple threat match, triple threat match. How many triple threat matches? Come on, man. They kept randomly making triple threat matches. It was driving me nuts. Universe mode in WWE 2K18. I'm gonna be honest with you. That literally drove me nuts. Like, this wasn't even realistically. How many triple threat matches do you have in a Raw? I mean, now we have the. It's funny I should say that. We have the triple threat match is going to be happening in the next few weeks for the tournament or whatever, for the heavyweight title. There's going to be some triple threat matches all over the place. But that was so annoying for 2K18. I'll be honest with you. But that was my only gripe as far as that is concerned. And now, the developer was Ukes. The publisher was 2K. So it was the tag team of Ukes and 2K. The old team, back in the day. So they made, they're a good team. But those days are long gone. So, it is what it is. If I'm not mistaken, with 2K18, it was the first time you can create your own matches, custom matches, and play them in exhibition mode. I don't think you could play them in universe mode, but you could make them in exhibition mode. So there was that cool element in 2K18. The My Career had, you can roam around, free roaming around the arena in the backstage or whatever. From my understanding, 2K17, My Career, you couldn't do that. And I think it was a while before we saw that. So it brought that element of walking around the arena, kind of like back in the day with the SmackDown versus Raw games where you can walk around. So it brought that element back. I did like the My Career in 2K18. Probably one of my favorite My Careers in a long time. So yeah. So 2K18, and all in all, though I did have, the reason I'm kind of slightly on the negative side, because because the advancements of 2K19 and so on. At the time when 2K18 came out, I was having the time of my life playing that game. I couldn't wait to play it. But now, looking at the advancements and now thinking and reminiscing about it, I was like, how did I play that game when it was just doing, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. It was kind of like, wow, that was annoying. But all in all, that game, it was a great game, a very nostalgic game. I do play it from time to time. Seth Rollins, one of my favorites, he was on the cover. It took advancements as far as the graphics. I think as far as the skin, I say this again, the skin, ever since 2K18, the skin started to get better and better and better. Like, it started, to me, 2K18 and gradually made each 2K more and more realistic. It's like it grew from 2K18. You see what I'm saying? Even 2K20 the characters look good. In 2K22, the characters look better than 2K23. So I would say 2K18, you can say, in my opinion, that it's the pioneer of the realistic graphics, as far as the skin and the fabric, because the clothes was shiny. Now, it doesn't compare to today, but what I'm saying is they are the pioneer, because I feel like 2K17, 2K16, 2K15, and this is my opinion, I don't think there was, it don't seem like the graphics was gradually getting realistic to me. And it was okay. Now, well, yeah, some of y'all may understand what I'm saying. I give 2K18 a thumbs up. The AI was fluid. It was real good AI. Yeah, so 2K18, one of the classics. Well, anyway, I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm out.